Could Miraak, the first Dragonborn, defeat the World Eater, Alduin? This is a question that has been asked dozens of times all over the internet ever since the expansion pack, Dragonborn, was released for Skyrim in 2012. And wow, I can't believe it's been 7 years since we first set foot on Raven Rock. Time flies. Today I'll be giving you a hopefully definitive answer to this question, as well as giving some small backstory into Miraak's past and his motives. A human male born sometime in the Miraak era, Miraak served the dragon cult as a mighty dragon priest in the small region of Solstheim. Miraak, as far as written lore goes, was the very first Dragonborn, being born with the blood, soul, and will to dominate of that of a dragon. This gift is bestowed by the dragon god of time, Akatosh. During his stint as a dragon priest, he managed to uncover a black book, a powerful Daedric tome of knowledge written by Hermaeus Mora. This led him to becoming the champion and primary servant of Mora, and he managed to learn the Ben Will shout from him, allowing Miraak to mentally dominate any mortal being as well as dragons. In his own bid for power, he betrayed Alduin and the dragons and attempted to usurp their dominion over Tamriel for himself. Bear in mind, this attempt at the throne happened parallel to the Dragon War, the period in the Miraak era where man rebelled and liberated themselves from their dragon overlords. Whether these events happening at the same time is a coincidence or a correlation is still unknown. In fact, the three heroes, Hakon One-Eye, Gormlaith, and Feldir, the trio responsible for banishing Alduin at the Third of the World with the Dragon Elder Scroll, had previously begged Miraak to assist them during the Dragon War. Miraak refused this offer. Miraak desired power above all else, and he was a prideful, arrogant being. He would eventually be beaten into submission by the dragon priest of Valak, who was still loyal to the dragons, destroying his temple and nearly killing the first Dragonborn, when he was, as legends say, quickly teleported into the Hermaeus Mora's realm of oblivion, Apocrypha. Here he stayed for centuries, acquiring more knowledge and power and slowly setting the pieces in place for him to return back to Tamriel and establish his dominion. Alduin was the Nordic god of destruction and leader of all dragons during the Miraak era. He was created by Akatosh to fulfill the role of the apocalypse, or rather its harbinger, as he would consume the universe at the end of every Kalpa, for it to start anew, and the cycle would repeat indefinitely. At some point in the early Miraak era, Alduin abandoned his role, and instead wished to rule over the mortal races of this world. But I feel like I've given enough backstory. Let's break down who would win. The versions of each combatant are as follows. Both Miraak and Alduin would be the versions of themselves we encounter during the events of Skyrim. The location of the battle would be the throat of the world, and neither villain is allowed external help, so Hermaeus Mora can't just yeet Miraak out of the playing field if he feels his champion is about to perish. So let's break down how powerful each character is. These being Fire Breath, Frost Breath, Dragon Aspect, Become Ethereal, Cyclone, Unrelenting Force, Whirlwind Sprint, and of course, Bend Will. As well as another four-worded shout that he can use on a dragon that is under the influence of Bend Will to kill it and drain it, healing him instantly and granting him strength. Although this ability isn't really a shout per se, it's just Miraak literally just talking the dragon to suicide. But hey. He wields his own two powerful weapons, his staff and his sword, and knows some potent spells such as lightning bolts, wards, and healing. So, who wins this fight? Could Miraak actually defeat Alduin? Well, it's literally dependent on whether Miraak knows the Dragon Rend shout. I know it's a cop-out answer, but it's the truth. Does he know Dragon Rend? Maybe. After all, he was alive during the time it was created by the Nords, but whether he learned it is uncertain, as he is never said to have used it. So maybe on Tamriel he never did, but what about in Apocrypha, the Daedric realm of knowledge and lore? Hermaeus Mora knows, or at least catalogs, some dragon shouts. How he learned these is unknown, but if he did discover Dragon Rend, I don't see why he couldn't, of course Miraak would have learned it while studying in Apocrypha. So if Miraak does not know Dragon Rend, then there's really no way he can win, unless he banishes Alduin to the future with an Elder Scroll. and that's not really an option here, and I doubt his pride would allow him to pursue it at any rate. But if he does know Dragon Rend, and managed to aim it right at Alduin, which was a pain in the ass to aim in the game, I'll add, then he should be able to beat Alduin. Would Ben will work on Alduin? No idea. There's nothing in the lore, to my knowledge, that says it couldn't, to some degree. And yeah, it does not work in the game, but that's a game mechanic, so that's up in the air. So keep in mind, the last Dragonborn, the player character in Skyrim, has canonically defeated Alduin. That's canon. There is no ifs, ands, and buts about that. He beat him fair and square. And Miraak is pretty much on par with the Dragonborn. Being a Dragonborn pretty much means that you have a free able to kill Alduin but no one else can because Daddy Akatosh favors you card. So Miraak with no Dragon Rend means a dead Miraak. Miraak with Dragon Rend, well, yeah, you could probably defeat Alduin. It won't be easy, no doubt, facing him alone, whereas the last Dragonborn had the help of 3 Nord warriors in Sovngarde to slay Alduin. But still, Miraak is pretty darn powerful. And on top of that, let's say Ben Will does work on Alduin. Then, holy shit, that would change everything. Miraak could probably mantle Alduin and sort of become him, becoming, whether by choice or force, the newest World Eater. Assuming he doesn't just try to dominate the world like Alduin did. And eventually, another Dragonborn would be born, and swoop in and kill him. Because that's how prophecies work. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.